The futures point to a minuscule gain for the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq, and we'll leave it right there. A little bit of green. Gregg Smith here. All right, Greg, welcome back. Good to see you. Here's my story. Banks are stabilizing. There's a possibility that the Fed is going to pause in its interest rate hikes. I get the sense that the market wants to go up. Has the current rally got legs?
Well, good morning, Stuart.
Yeah,
Look,
good morning.
the chaos that we all witnessed in the month of March has now settled into what feels like watching extra innings of a long baseball game. Yep. And in volatile times like that, I always think of a young Kevin Bacon in the closing scene of Animal House, standing there screaming, "All is well, remain calm." But look, it's important to point out that the market has now fully recovered its losses from the SVB banking crisis. We saw the S&P up 3.5% last week. The market finished the first quarter of 23 up 7% on the year. And investors are starting to feel a little bit better. But people are still waiting and looking to see if another shoe will drop. We've had good, solid economic data coming out.
Well, what's your opinion?
Well,
Does the rally have any legs at all?
I think the rally has legs, but it's not a straight line up to the right. And I think that we are going to start to see some disinflationary trends begin to emerge really over the next 4 to 6 months. Yeah. And the Fed certainly has a new economic gremlin, right, to contend with.
The Australians paused their rate hike series today. They paused. They've gone to pause.
Yeah.
It could be the Fed will follow. I don't know that for a fact. Look, I'm almost out of time, so you've got to tell me why you're buying Goldman Sachs and why you're buying Amazon, because I know you are.
Look, in the last 2 weeks, I started building positions in Goldman Sachs and Amazon. Anytime you could buy Goldman here under book value, I think it's attractive. I think it's going to be a great proxy for a bounce in the market. Certainly the banks print money anytime there's volatility in the market on their trading desk. And I think we need to watch also IPO filings. There's really no IPO filings on the horizon. I think Goldman's a great proxy for any return to capital markets, which I think will begin to emerge in the back half of the year. On Amazon, I really like at these levels. The FANG stocks have had a tremendous bounce since their lows in Q4, and Amazon really hasn't participated. You look at Meta, some are up well over 100%. Meta was in the 80s. It's now over 213. And I think I see more than 20% upside in Amazon from these levels.
20% upside for Amazon from these levels that would take them to 120, 121. By what time frame?
I see this year. I see earlier this year. Again, not a straight line up to the right. I buy the dips, but I see greater than 20% up in Amazon and greater than 10% up in Goldman.
If you're right, I'd take 20% out of Amazon.
I think it's great.
And be very happy if you're right.
If I'm right, we'll see.
Gregg Smith.